What's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 58 of the Chumpcast. The whole crew is back this week as Mark, Brick, and I talk about video game movies that actually might not suck. So listen up, Hollywood, maybe you'll learn a thing or two. We also talk about what might happen if a football player were to kill someone on the field. I promise it's not as dark as it sounds. And we give our best man alive of the week before reviewing the newest Tom Cruise film, American Made. As always, you can find us on Twitter and Instagram at the Chumpcast. Email us at thechumpcast@gmail.com or send us a messenger pigeon. That way, I'll get your message along with a sweet, delicious pigeon. If you want to support the show, our merch is available by searching Chumpcast on teepublic.com. That's teepublic.com. Or you cheaper jerks can just leave us an iTunes rating. Seriously, I will come to your birthday party if you rate us on iTunes. That's enough out of me. Enjoy the show.
Let's just try and make Smith as mad as possible.
Isn't that what you do every week?
No, you wouldn't. You haven't seen us try and get you mad.
That is such a lie.
Yeah, we accidentally get you mad, but we don't try to get you mad.
No, because when you have a different laugh when you try to get me mad. It's a stupid Exactly.
That's Mark's laugh.
Trust me, I know when you're trying to piss me off.
Is that it? No.
I am fucking with your life.
Is that it?
Great. Are we ready for the question?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's hear it. You're making up on your own because
the only time I've seen Bricketto prepare for literally anything in his entire life is the stupid question for this week. The only thing I've seen you prepare for. I don't know if you prepared for things before, but definitely never for this podcast, and definitely not while I was around. But
ouch, cuts like a knife.
Yeah. All right, I'm into it. I don't care. I'm a wild card, baby.
It was the first time that I legitimately thought, like, I'm going to turn off the notifications for this group chat.
I was blowing it up. I was hitting the bike hard, and when you're hitting in the 45th minute, you're just like, all right, I just need someone to distract me. So I just like, I'm going to text this group me for once.
A billion times. You're like that person that can't get everything in one text and has to send you one line every time.
I'm a little worried for your new job, because if you had that much time to send us all those group me texts, your boss is probably like, all right, he's gone next week.
No. This was after work. This was like at like 7 o'clock. This was not during work hours, just so in case
excuses,
my coworkers are listening.
Excuses. Look, okay. The important thing here is that we have a good question. So everybody in the world has a video game that they want to see made into a movie. That's boring. That's
I don't
not
play
a good
video
question.
Games. What about the people that don't play video games?
Then get the fuck out of here.
They shouldn't be listening to this. But also, please listen and download and rate us on iTunes.
Unsubscribe, resubscribe, whatever, man.
So the question is, a video game movie that you want to see, but it has to have a twist on it. We're looking at movies that have either already been made and you're going to make a video game in the style of that, or if you have a certain director, like a Tarantino film, a video game that you think Tarantino would bring to life.
No. I think what we should do is we'll give the people a few examples of what we're trying to go for as basics, and then we'll expand on the ones that we think should be created.
Isn't that what we're literally about to do?
Yeah.
I just wanted to reiterate for the people.
No, what you want to do is just read off your whole list of probably 12 video games you want to see as movies.
12 is very, very conservative.
You're basically saying, I want to say my good ones and then my great ones.
Well, I had a lot of people actually give me some good feedback on this. J-Mac in particular gave me some good feedback. Malat, surprisingly. Shout out to Malat over there. I want you to start, though.
Why me?
Because I just decided that immediately.
All right, I'm going to go off of the Tarantino stuff. Just get that out of the way. That's an obvious one. But I would love to see Tarantino direct a fighting movie such as like Kill Bill and have that be Tekken. I would just want to see somebody with that Jaguar head.
Yeah, I was going to say that's literally the only draw is the ridiculous costumes. That's not even the best fighting game.
No, it isn't.
Why wouldn't you want it to be like Mortal Kombat or
even
Mortal Kombat's been a movie? Mortal Kombat's been made. We can't do Street Fighter. We can't do Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, but they've been made as shitty movies.
But quietly, if we're going over a fighting game, Injustice 2 would be a pretty good movie.
Our whole thing is video games that have not been created into a movie.
Isn't that like a Marvel vs. Capcom kind of thing?
That came out, and then apparently people hate it.
It was a movie?
No.
Oh, yeah.
The game.
Make that a movie.
There's Marvel movies though.
Whatever.
And that's what they're going to go for.
Why is it so difficult? If it has been a movie and was previously a video game, you can't.
This is going to be a lot of arguing tonight.
No, this is going to be a lot of
it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give one of my choices, and that is Mario Kart 64, shot in the style of the Fast and Furious. And I think this makes sense for a lot of reasons. Think of the battle stages. Instead Like, you could classify these actors similar to the characters. For instance, you've got The Rock, and he's super slow off the line, a la Donkey Kong, but when he gets moving, he's unstoppable. Paul Walker is the balanced Yoshi guy that everybody wants to be.
R.I.P. Paul Walker.
Wiz Khalifa.
And then Michelle Rodriguez is like the super light Toad or
Peach.
Princess Peach equivalent.
No, I see what you're saying. Who's Bowser?
Ooh.
He's gotta be the biggest bam. He would be Jason Statham then, right? Maybe.
No, not at all, because Jason Statham's a tiny guy.
Yeah, but he's still like one of their main rivals.
Jason Statham is like Waluigi.
No, he'd be Toad.
The fuck out of here with that shit.
Waluigi. That's pretty good. Oh, yeah. He doesn't even say his name.
All right, Brick, give me one because I know you're just itching to talk.
Okay. Mine is going to be Twisted Metal combined with It. So it's a movie where all the drivers are fighting each other to survive in a world where Pennywise has gotten so strong, he expanded his reach over the entire city. Bill Skarsgård plays both Sweet Tooth and Pennywise. Turns out Sweet Tooth was Pennywise the whole time.
How?
Because it's just an imagination thing, right? Isn't that what it was?
Two of the same people is what you're saying?
Basically, what I'm saying is Sweet Tooth organized this whole car chasing, killing thing, and all of the people that are in it, like Mr. Grimm and like Axel and all these people, they got fooled by Sweet Tooth, who's really Pennywise.
So they're both the same person.
Yeah.
I think what you're talking about is The Parent Trap, starring Lindsay Lohan.
So we'll throw in The Parent Trap with It and Twisted Metal.
And Lindsay Lohan.
And Lindsay Lohan. Yeah, she is. She plays all Sweet Tooth and she plays Sweet Tooth.
So what's the reveal? Is it Sweet Tooth revealing Sweet Tooth is Pennywise or Pennywise revealing?
I think you got to go Sweet Tooth first because he's not nearly as scary as Pennywise.
Yeah, so Sweet Tooth would be revealing that he is Pennywise.
And the scariest of all is Lindsay Lohan when she shows up on cocaine.
Absolutely.
I feel like everyone
is like, oh.
I feel like after that reveal, everyone would just be like, okay, you're just another
Makes sense.
clown.
So you're a different clown?
Yeah,
Okay,
a bunch of
fine.
clowns. That was one thing I was afraid of. I was like, that's actually kind of stupid, but like, I was like, hey, it's still, that's a sweet.
You're just a different clown that still wants to murder.
Yeah.
me.
No, but I'm like in on like basically the drivers from Twisted Metal getting into their scariest thoughts and dreams would be like crazy. Because the scariest thing for kids is like, oh, that guy's like fucking gross, man. Like that was one kid's fear, was a leper. We didn't think I was gross, but imagine like Mr. Grimm's fear. He's out there on a motorcycle trying to murder people. Like what's his fear?
That doesn't see him merging.
Yeah. What's his fear? You know, that's going to be a crazy world to be messing around in, you know, getting
All right. I get it.
some psychos.
Mark, you get another one?
My favorite game of all time, Metal Gear Solid. I would just want them to redo the whole Sons of Liberty campaign and have it shot in like Jason Bourne, I would say.
What would be a better movie combat with like
Actually,
Metal
no.
Gear?
Fuck Jason Bourne. You got to have
Jason
Bourne.
Bourne is super tight.
You got to do John Wick though.
God damn it.
Yes.
But no, John Wick. Okay, I could see it. John Wick's pretty dope. He's a great guns munitions guy.
He's
my guns munitions guy.
All of Smithers games were just going to be styled like John Wick.
My idea was Mega Man, but John Wick.
Mario Tennis like John Wick.
But John Wick. Just dead dogs everywhere. No, trust me, I got plenty of these, so don't worry. Another one of my ideas was Battletoads, but it's shot like Groundhog Day because when you play Battletoads, you die immediately and you have to do the same fucking thing over and over again.
Over and over and over
and over and over.
But it was such a cool game. You had to keep playing too.
You can't jump all those fucking barriers and you're riding that stupid fucking
motorcycle air machine. Amazing.
God damn it. Getting angry just thinking about it. All right, Brick, give me another one. Change the subject from Battletoads.
I don't know if you guys played this one, but I'm thinking Crash Bash. Remember that game? Crash Bandicoot? It was like a mini games.
Yeah.
Do you remember that game?
Crash Bandicoot?
No, Crash. There was like 4 games. You had like Crash.
It's like Mario Party, but with Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I'm just thinking of Crash Bandicoot, but
I kind of want to digress here. Mario Party mixed with, what was that one high school party where they fucking get like cooking? Project X. Yes. Mario Party and Project X would be a fucking great comedy movie. Or actually Mario Party and Old School. What do you think of that combo though?
Who would be Frank the Tank?
There's no plot there though.
Yoshi would be the tank.
Yoshi the Tank. I think I would want it to be Donkey Kong, but I don't think it would. Maybe Bowser.
Wario could be the fucking dean.
Or maybe
Jigglypuff.
No, Kirby.
Kirby's the dean?
No, the tank.
Oh,
Kirby could go the longest on fucking doing a keg stand and just fill up all the way.
Oh, wow.
And just float, but then sink because it's full of beer.
Turn into a brick and then throw up everywhere.
That would better not have been a play at me, by the way, you fucking pussy.
No, Kirby turns into a brick.
Oh, yeah.
You dumbass.
I forgot about that.
But also, fuck you.
That was actually way smarter by getting that.
There's your turn.
Frank the Tank. Yeah. Mario Party mixed with Project X. What do you think?
That movie sucked.
Exactly. Old school is way better of a movie.
Way better. Not even close.
And then we can get like maybe like Mario's like and Luigi, like they're the frat people. And then Waluigi would be fucking cheese.
That's Jeremy
Did we
Piven.
pick you out of a dumpster once or what? What is that? It's amazing.
All right, Mark, you got another one?
Yeah, I'm going to say Echo the Dolphin shot like Free Willy.
Ooh.
Free Willy was not a good movie.
Wow.
Hot take.
Hot take.
It was.
I cried.
You were just too old for it.
Yeah, you're like, what? Whales are stupid. Here's your fucking 6-ring.
I was like 6
When did it come out?
out?
1994 or something? You were like 25. Dude.
Yeah.
I was like 6.
Yeah. 20.
The movie sucked then, sucks now. The only good thing about it was the Michael Jackson song.
Man in the Mirror?
No, not in Free Willy.
Gonna make a change, man in the mirror. Oh, yeah.
How long are we gonna keep? Are we just gonna do this until we run out?
No. What we'll do is
Echo the Dolphin.
you can cut out some of them and be like, we can go back and
That's
put it on
easy
a
for
fucking
you
website.
to say because you don't have to fucking. Go
Hey, if you
through
want to do a website, you gotta have some content to
we're not
drive
cutting-
people to
We're
there.
not cutting anything, even leave this portion in. We're
Jesus
leaving
Christ.
Everything
Okay.
It's left in.
I would like to see Pokemon Snap shot like Nightcrawler.
That'd be aggressive.
Very aggressive, very dark and gritty.
Shot like 24-hour photo.
Oh
Is that
god.
what the crazy Robin Williams? Where
Everyone's
he's like,
eyes are just bleeding.
oh my, Bellsprout is like. All right, so that's a good question. Who would win that one? What was it, Nightcrawler versus 24-hour Photoshop or whatever?
I think Nightcrawler is probably grosser.
It could be no. I think it's more like Ash would like grab like a what is that execute or whatever, one of those like fucking egg things, and like he would like set up him getting murdered, and then they'd film it. That's what it would be. I know I hit the mic. It was just accidental. I speak with my hands. I'm a 25% Italian.
Sit on them. Act like you're in a titty bar.
All right.
Oh my God, digressing here. But we were in the movie, and I don't know.
I
Brick was
freaked out somehow.
Brick was a little spaced out, and he just had like a twitch going, and he just twitched and kicks this kid's chair. This kid's like probably 12 years old. Just boots his whole chair while he's sitting there. Thankfully, the kid was like sitting up, all interested in the movie.
He was.
And his dad was with him. I was just waiting for the dad to be like, "What the fuck?"
I like put my leg up on my.
No, you.
I crossed my leg and I like grabbed it, and I was like using it as like a. I don't know how to explain that. Like
a lever.
Like a lever, yeah. And then my hands lost grip to my ankle,
and it turned into a slingshot.
I kicked this kid in front of me. I felt
You kicked his seat or you kicked him?
I kicked the seat.
Okay.
Wait.
But it was like an aggressive, like, glonk.
No, an even worse space moment. We were walking up to our aisle. It was pretty dark though.
It was super dark,
But
dude.
still, I'm in front of Brick and I walk into the aisle and I sit down and I'm like, what is he doing? I'm looking down the aisle. Brick is like just looking around, has no idea where I am.
Anything.
He has to take out his phone and turn on the flashlight. The movie started. Everyone's like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
You're that guy.
The worst
You're
part
that
about
guy.
it was like I always have such a problem finding that app on my phone. Whenever you need to know where the fucking flashlight app is, you never find it. And so I was fumbling like an idiot, and I was like, "How many rows are in here?" And I like was hitting my kneecaps.
Quick
and shit.
shortcut. If you just swipe up, it's one of those little apps that you can instantly use.
Wow, you heard it here first. Probably.
iOS hints right there, boy. See, I think everyone in the world knows
All right.
that has
Brick, do you have another one of these or not?
Of course. I don't know if you've seen it or not or played it before. Toe Jam and Earl,
Obviously.
Yeah.
ultra stoner Drader aliens that get lost on a planet and it's like finding like an elevator to like get out of there. Them shot
It's a portal actually, but go on.
similarly to Dude, Where's My Car? Where they're just like a bunch of high idiots, like lost, can't find anything, and then they're just
And then
No
you
way
just-
then.
find their
No
way.
way then.
Oh yeah, and then
and then
so I think Toe Jam and Earl would be a great stoner buddy movie. Any
Fucking
counters?
Ashton Kutcher, man.
Any counters to that though? Would there be a better stoner?
Maybe we'll
Just
come back
kidding.
to that one.
We can come
Mark,
back to that.
you got another entry?
I'm gonna say Earthworm Jim. Shot in like, first of all, I wouldn't do like a real life Earthworm Jim. That would be just too gross and disgusting to
Yeah,
look at
cartoon.
for a whole
Worms,
movie.
worms are fucking gross.
So I'm thinking like a Pixar-ish movie, but really vulgar and gory. So I'm thinking
Sausage
more
Party?
exactly like a Seth Rogen animation type movie.
Okay, who
Yeah.
would play Earthworm Jim?
Who would voice
Who
Earthworm
would
Jim?
voice Earthworm
I feel like he's
Jim?
got to have a really weird voice.
like wah, or like something like low? What do you?
No.
voice?
Super high pitch because he's really skinny.
Like Ken Jeong, that guy? No.
Oof, that would be very grating after the first 5 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Maybe what's his name for?
But did you
Sonny.
die?
Sonny in Philadelphia. What's that guy's name?
Charlie?
Charlie Day? Maybe.
Okay, we're going down the Charlie Day route. Aziz now. Aziz Ansari?
Ooh, I could actually get down with that.
What are you doing? Oh my God. No.
He's just like super over the top and annoying.
Or just have it be someone totally unfitting, like Larry David or something.
Larry David might actually be perfect.
Speaking of Larry David, comes out this weekend. The new episode, Curb Your Enthusiasm. We're back, baby.
October 1st. Can't wait.
Pretty
Good. He was on The View this week. In
I
other
think-
very weird news.
Honestly, I think Larry David hates this part of it most of everything.
Of course
Because
he
he
does.
has to go on all these talk shows and do small talk, which he doesn't do. He elevates to medium talk immediately. Like, fucking, he's not about it. He's not about this life. But he's got to do it. Good for him.
I don't actually know what he is about other than just being rich.
And no, he's a social assassin. That's what he's about.
All right, I got another one. I think that The Sims video game shot as The Truman Show, where your Sims slowly become aware that they're being shot on camera, would be very interesting. Because it's like the Truman Show, except all of them don't know where they are, and they just kind of slowly all come together and realize that, like, someone's been controlling them and also watching them piss themselves because you didn't install a bathroom in their house.
Yeah, we saw that one idiot die from like accidentally burning one space and he can't get out of like the pool or something like that.
What kind of benevolent God would take the ladder out of the pool and make me drown?
Yes. Oh, someone just called death upon me. God damn it. That one's pretty good.
Who's
I
next?
don't think you can beat Truman Show with The Sims. Like,
Brick's next. He's going to do the typical 3-to-1 where he's just like, I had this one, but this one too.
And also this one.
This one.
I
Because he's got
cheesy
definitely
one.
15.
I'd want to do like an Overwatch for like the Avengers, but I won't go into that one.
You just did. You
I'm
just
not-
did.
I said I won't go into that one. Obviously,
Boo.
it's too like
You're going into it.
it's too
Stupid.
easy. It's too easy.
Yeah,
It's too
stupid.
easy. It's too easy.
Stupid.
I did like my one reference to this one though. Parappa the rapper to 8 Mile, like a dirty, gritty.
They're too
Parappa the
similar.
Rapper.
Too similar.
But
I don't like it. Too similar.
I can't justify it enough because I actually didn't play that much Parappa the Rapper. But I feel like he's a puppy dog who raps.
It's literally just
Shot-
a game of quick time events. Like you press this button at this time.
Yeah, he's a rapper.
The game sucked.
He's a rapper.
That's what I'm saying.
Fine.
Mark, you got anything else?
Give me one, Mark.
One more. I played a shit ton of Army Men growing up. When you were like those little plastic Army Men.
Yeah, Sergeant's Heroes. Amazing. Great game.
Amazing. I would have the theme be shot like Saving Private Ryan. Really fucking bloody,
So just
intense.
a gross war.
You're going into watching this
Well,
movie and just thinking like, oh, it's going to be probably not that intense, but you walk out of there getting real emotional about.
Didn't they make
So I
a
feel like-
movie about that?
No, I feel
Army
like
Men?
so they have to be they have to be like actual Army Men toys and like getting melted. Like
Yes, and it's really fucking gruesome.
it's like brutal. Like Sid the Kid is like everywhere. He's basically the kid melting the fuck out of all these people. Okay. Shot like Saving Private Ryan. I would definitely see that. It'd be like a Lego movie.
And
But,
Tom
like-
Hanks is voicing the main guy.
Obviously winning an Oscar.
The main guy who's the guy with the big ass fucking phone, and then he's holding a pistol. You know that one Army Man?
Oh, absolutely.
There's
Yeah.
like 12 Army Men that are just tripled in every pack. You have like
The
36
bazooka
Army
dude.
Men. Yeah. The bazooka dude that's kneeling down, of course. Yes.
Obviously.
The one guy that's just laying down in the crouching
In the prone position.
prone position. Yes. The guy that's fucking banging the snare drum. Just a little boy.
All right, let's go rapid fire.
Okay.
Guitar Hero, but with heroin, a la Train Spotting. Because everybody that would be a guitar rock star would obviously just get hooked on heroin.
Guitar Hero shot like Spinal Tap.
Turn that shit up to 11.
Can't think of any fucking rocker
That's
movies right
terrible.
now. Shot like oh my god, what's
The one that Tom Cruise was
Almost Famous.
in.
You're the guitarist. You come up in the ranks and you meet like a slutty Kate Hudson or whatever.
Meh. BioShock, but as a Pixar movie where everything is happy and bright, but also you have to harvest little girls.
No, man.
Oh,
That's
my
too
God.
good of a game to do the Pixar with it.
I would watch a straight up just BioShock movie, especially the third one.
BioShock Infinite, that's when they're in the
Infinite.
clouds. The
Oh my
first
God,
two
dude.
were in Atlantis when they had
The game was amazing.
these like bad experiments and they turned
You're underwater. Yeah.
Atlantis was amazing.
Infinite was the best.
Infinite was the best. It was in the cloud. You're in the cloud town. It's such a good concept. Oh my god, amazing.
Banjo Kazooie, but Banjo is a bear, so the Revenant.
Shot from the bear's point of view, obviously. So he
where
just
the bear
kills this dude and just
the
lets
bear
him
is the
crawl
good guy.
away. Yeah.
The bear is the good guy, and he finally catches Leonardo DiCaprio and just eats him.
Who plays Kazooie?
Gilbert Gottfried.
Well, he's already got a bird. He can't
Exactly.
You can't
He's
monopolize
ready
the
for this.
birds.
He's ready for this.
You can't monopolize birds.
I definitely can.
No.
All right. The last one I got, Batman Arkham Asylum, but it's shot as a DC movie that doesn't fucking blow.
So Christopher Nolan, Arkham game movie.
Ooh. Like a
Christopher Nolan's done with though. He's done with them.
I know, but give him another reason just to do it. Be like, okay, you're doing Arkham Knight this time.
So it's just a video game with dark blue filters over all the cameras.
Exactly.
Good. This is the rapid fire section. Go ahead and lay
Shout out to my fam because we played this for hours every fucking Christmas growing up. Oregon Trail shot like Mad Max.
What? Okay.
Could work.
I know. I like
Could
where your
work.
head's at with the Oregon Trail callback because that's actually that's amazing.
Or something like it'd be a Tarantino, right? Tarantino did Django, right?
Yes.
Something like that. Tarantino, that would be a good
Oregon
person to
Trail shot like Alien, where they're getting stalked by a fucking goddamn creature from outer space.
You're literally getting stalked by like gonorrhea.
Where's the one where everyone gets like killed by something stupid?
Every movie ever.
No, Final Destination. Oregon Trail and Final Destination. That has got to be it. The worst way ever to die. They're all...
Your oxen ran you over.
Exactly.
You died of yellow fever.
There's so many ways to die.
Yellow fever is just white people that like Asian people.
Yeah. Figure that out. You
What
know?
are you
How did I
talking
die
about?
from yellow fever?
Exactly my point.
God damn it.
So I think Final Destination and Oregon Trail is pretty dope, actually. Well done.
Everyone would always die. It would always be like the little girl in your
Dysentery.
wagon. Dysentery?
Yeah, it's literally
That's
you
where
just
you
like shit out your insides.
Puke and throw up. Hey, it's not funny. It happened in Gallipoli Islands, World War I. People literally
Human
shit.
centipede. No.
Oh,
Oregon Trail shot as human centipede
No,
because
there's-
everyone dies of
everyone-
dysentery.
I'm pretty sure I had dysentery my first night in Cozumel, Mexico on spring break, but
I had to put
That
my
was
leg up
Montezuma's
and stir up.
revenge.
Yeah, that is Montezuma's revenge. Dude, the Oregon Trail is fine, but it's not a perfect human centipede game.
What other game do you have people shitting themselves to death in?
Good question. I don't think I've ever seen one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Conker's Bad Fur Day.
He doesn't shit himself to
He
death.
gets shit on.
He fights a shit.
He fights a giant shit.
That's not.
That's what dysentery is. You're fighting off a giant shit, bro. That is exactly what dysentery is. Count it. Woo,
All right, I'm going to hit the red box. Wrap it up, B. You got anything else?
Of course I do.
All right, rapid fire.
Conker's Bad Fur Day shot as the Hangover, which would be kind of what the game is
Just
in general.
Conker's Bad for a Day.
Amazing. Sonic filmed like Jason Bourne. Sonic realizes Dr. Eggman genetically alerted him to be Super Sonic Hedgehog to do his bidding and seeks revenge of the deadliest kind. These are, I gotta actually give a shout out to J Mac for these are his.
I'm seeing you pitching this to like a movie producer and them just like shaking their head no.
Super Smash Bros. Filmed to the Hunger Games. Probs #1 pick easily. Those guys had no choice but to battle on a spaceship for their district.
Nah,
Tony Hawk's Pro Skaters skilled like Disney's classic Brink.
it's too much of the same. I
No,
think it's
but
just
that's
Brink.
amazing.
I think
Tony-
it's just Brink again. It's
No.
Brink, but he's collecting videotapes.
But he's making dope moves. Brink is just
Like Brink. Brink
no,
made dope moves.
He did actually, but he wasn't Tony Hawk. He didn't do like a 900 or anything. You know, he did like a
He wasn't a fucking.
he like
whatever.
bathed dogs. That's why.
No, he just had hair drapes.
Here,
Team
I got a video game. Actually, it's a calculator game. That calculator game where it was like a Telltale game where you can pick how you want your life to go and you like end up being a drug dealer and shit. Remember that?
I know
calculator
exactly
game?
what you're talking about. I'm totally blanking on the name. I'm gonna Google.
But
this.
shot like blow. And
Requiem for a Dream.
it actually starts where there's a kid in study hall playing this game on his TI-84 Plus, and then
Drug Wars.
gets into drug wars. There you go, and then gets into the drug game real deep.
Wow, didn't know that existed. What?
Mind blown. All right,
Ooh, is there a Minesweeper game we could? I'm just kidding. I have a couple more just to
course
throw
you
it in. Yeah. GTA film like Gone in 60 Seconds. Nick Cage. just fucking
No, you
everybody
gotta do
out.
it like Westworld.
that's not.
That's
a movie,
Red Dead
though.
Redemption. That's which is coming out, which is amazing.
But it's not a movie. And also, you add a different whatever. Go ahead.
Halo 2 filmed to Mars Attacks.
Ack.
Master Chief saves the day with some loud music.
Ack.
Halo, directed by Smithers'
Michael
favorite,
Bay.
no,
Steven
Smithers'
Spielberg.
favorite director, James Cameron IV.
His face
in
is
3D.
Wasn't he? No, it was Spielberg that was in talks. But yeah, fuck all of them.
one that I thought of one before too was NFL Blitz mixed with fucking Will Smith from Concussion, but everyone thinks that Will Smith's character is a pussy because it's NFL Blitz.
They just start doing steroids around him and shit.
Yeah, so they don't give a fuck at all.
Fucking idiot. I will give two more that Andy from glitchup.com gave us because he was kind of the inventor of this question, and we morphed
He was
it a little
there.
bit.
Yeah,
Don't
he
give
was
him
there.
that much credit.
He was there.
Come on.
He was there.
He was
Yeah.
there. He suggested Sonic the Hedgehog, but also as like a furry porno.
Wow,
Ooh.
deep.
Okay.
Tells you a little bit about him, but he also said Mario Party as a Tarantino flick. Imagine that you're all on top of that hill running on those little balls. You're trying to knock each other off, but also when someone falls off, you see them splatter on the ground below.
Those balls are like as tall as them. So if you like were on a ball.
No. But you fall off the edge of the cliff.
Oh yeah. Okay. I get what you're saying. I forgot what you were talking about.
So we want to hear your submissions for this. I'm sure that all of you sick and twisted fucks have something to say about it. Please tweet us at the Chumpcast, email us at chumpcast@gmail.com. We will post this on Instagram everywhere you see it. Let's go to our best man alive of the week / worst person / whatever.
I have a best man and best woman alive.
Ooh, look at you, extra prepared. Like I said,
Double whammy.
how about you save one of those for next week when I know that you're not going to be prepared for this?
I'm going with Josh and Casey Albrecht for getting married last weekend. That's what's up.
Oh,
Best people
kill.
alive. It was a great wedding. It was dope. We killed the dance floor out there.
Didn't you say you choked on a big piece of steak? Or
No, that was the
something?
wedding before.
Oh, God.
Super
You're
relatable
that
for
guy.
all of our
he,
fans
He
out
needed
there.
the Heimlich done on him too,
Yeah, do you remember?
which isn't funny because
did I
choking is
say that's-
not a laughing matter.
It's
but
not. But
it's kind of funny.
I played it off as cool as possible until I tried to, I feel like you're kind of choking. You're
Until
like,
you were on the
I can
verge
get
of
this,
death.
I can get this one down. And so you drink a little
You
bit.
try to put on a little steak on top of it and just like push it down with that steak.
Yeah, but no, you definitely. I went with the lubricating stage, and I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna take this drink, and it's definitely gonna go down." And then it just like didn't go down.
It's just
And
like the
then
driest.
Allie
wine of
Rainey
all
was
time.
next to me. She's like, "Yo, are you choking?" And I was like, "No, I got this." It was on the verge, and she's like,
You would rather die than ask for help.
and she was like, "Are you actually choking?" And I was like, "All right, yeah, I'm actually choking." I didn't say that, but and then she's like, "Stand up if you're choking." And so I stood up, and then Kowalski next to me stand there and fucking Heimlicked me 2 times in the chest, and I coughed up some meat like I was in Mrs. Doubtfire from
Did you know that if
James
you
Bond from Mrs. Doubtfire.
if
by
you
the way.
properly apply the Heimlich, you're supposed to crack someone's ribs?
Yeah, well, thank God he didn't.
You would
do
enjoy
it
that,
right.
wouldn't you? You sick fuck.
Yeah, you freaking weirdo.
I'm not the one choking down steaks.
Hey, it was great steak.
Did you continue to eat after that?
Obviously, I had like a
And
That
right.
near-death experience? Wow.
but I had like the red eyes. You're like, but no. So they didn't have any steak, which was thank God because I would have died. But I didn't choke on any food. But I did start a dance circle a bunch of times. So
You are that dance circle guy, by the
I'm
way.
a great dance circle guy.
You're for sure the dance circle guy.
It's simple. Do the worst dance you could possibly do,
And then start pushing people back like one by one. And then they'll like
people are
figure it
like-
out like, oh, we're doing this right now. We're
Yeah,
doing this.
But they also have the mentality of like, well, I can't do any worse than that guy who's in the middle right there.
Yeah.
Because I know I could dance. If I want to, I could dance, but I want to get everybody involved. So
Everyone
I dance
starts sizing
like an
each other
idiot.
up like, wow, that wasn't that good. I should probably go
Yeah,
out there
and
and
then
choke
You
I'll
can
one
dance
guy.
if you want to. You can leave your friends behind. All right, Mark, you got something for me?
Yeah, I do actually. This is kind of funny.
Wow, 2 people are prepared this time.
All right, there's this kid, Lucas Caver. I'm just going to go with that. Lucas Caver is a cave survivor. Let me
I feel like if you're
iterate a little bit.
If it's Caver, we might as well just call him Caver.
A caver. Okay. That's kind of funny, actually. Yeah, Lucas with a K, Caver. He's a cave survivor. Let me iterate a little bit.
You gotta be.
So this guy, this freshman at Indiana University, was trapped in a cave for nearly 3 days. That's not funny, but sorry.
What? How do you
Why
get
did
listen,
you laugh at that?
Listen.
It's 2017. How do you get trapped in a cave?
Let me get into it a little bit.
He's a Caver.
All right. So he joined the caving club at IU, which I guess it's a club.
I joined a bricklaying club.
And he
so-
went on the quote unquote beginner's trip. They went to this place called Sullivan's Cave, which is about 20 miles away from Bloomington, Illinois, or Indiana, where IU is. He somehow managed to get separated from the group, and reaching the exit of the cave, he realized that they padlocked it closed. So there's like this gate that they go in this cave all the time. So the group padlocked it closed with him in there not knowing.
That's kind of a dick move.
Well, this was like the first trip. So it kind of makes sense. Like this could pretty much happen because I guess nobody really knew this kid that much, I would figure. and just didn't realize he was gone. The first thing I thought of was like, if you're in this little society at your school or group or whatever, wouldn't they realize you're missing?
Obviously not very charismatic.
But I guess this was their first trip and maybe even the first date together as a group.
He's not the Tom Cruise of the group.
Maybe he is the Tom Cruise and he gets lost and he becomes the mummy or something.
Maybe he wanted to go on an adventure. I don't know.
All right. So he couldn't get a cell phone signal. So if you're trying to think of like, how would I get out of this? Yeah.
Probably
his cell phone
a Sprint owner or something.
He didn't have much food.
Singular wireless.
Yeah.
He had no water.
Boost mobile. Sorry.
All right. So he had no water. So he had to lick the moisture from the cave walls to stay hydrated. And he said, as soon as I noticed the droplets of water in the cave wall, it seemed pretty obvious what I had to do. So it's getting pretty
I had
intense
to
right now.
masturbate vigorously.
So Fox 59, the news station that was interviewing him, asked him what he did the majority of the time when he was stuck in there for 3 days. He said he spent most of the time in the cave talking to himself, napping, and foraging for water. Sorry, hold on. All right, I try not to laugh.
He didn't even find any bugs to eat. What the fuck?
It's fine to laugh. He survived, right?
All right, so the way he got
fine.
The way they found out that he was
idiot.
trapped in the cave is, I guess his parents finally texted him like a day or two later, and he never responded, so they knew something was wrong. The members of the caving club found out. I guess his parents reached out to the caving club, and then they realized, okay, this kid's probably still stuck in that cave. We probably locked him in there.
Left the one caver in the cave.
Yes. So Cavar felt lucky to be alive.
How big is this caving club that they're like,
Or
they don't realize that someone is missing?
Yeah, what is a kindergarten class is like 28 people. You count everybody's name, but if caving club can't
where's
be
the buddy
like,
system?
There's got to be there's probably like 7 people.
Buddy,
There's probably 7 people. He got left out and it was like, all right, I'm not gonna ask.
He's
part of a group
literally
of 3.
that uncharismatic.
The members
That's
of the
insane.
caving society did rescue him, though. So,
Good for them.
They also left him. So
yeah,
I mean, they don't get credit for rescuing him if they're the ones that put him in that danger in the first place.
Yeah, I can save a puppy if I throw it into the middle of the road too. You know. All right.
So wrapping this up.
Great. So Brick hates puppies.
Wrapping this up.
Police, shut up.
So the cave society or group went back to the cave and rescued him late Tuesday, which was about 3 days later. When interviewed, Caver said he was relieved and he felt lucky to be alive. He doesn't plan on going splunking. Splunking, great word I completely forgot even existed.
Great word.
He doesn't plan on going splunking ever again anytime soon.
Can't really blame him for that.
Honestly,
If you're in a plane crash, you probably don't fly again.
And this kid is for sure probably I'm not going to say foreign exchange student, but he's from a different country because his name is Lucas spelled with a K. And that's, I would say that is German.
Eastern European for
but
sure.
Let me finish. The one picture they had of him after the cave incident was him taking a selfie in front of the mirror with a Guinness in his hand, like a pint full of Guinness.
whose profile picture isn't that? Isn't that everybody's?
I don't know.
It sounds Irish to me.
Classic Lucas Caver. Shout out to you, man. You are the man of the week.
Nice. What's it called? Splunking.
Spelunking.
Splunking.
Spelunking.
Incidentally,
Cave adventures.
I actually call bad dancing, what we were talking about earlier, ski donkin.
Why?
Because it's the dumbest word ever and it's amazing.
Ski donkin.
So if we're gonna just start.
So you just made it up.
Ski donkin. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, splunking sounds more ridiculous than ski donking.
Ski donking.
Skidonking.
You think skidonking is like a cooler word than
Great. Let's move on. I
donk?
really try for this segment to find people who don't suck. This week was terrible for that because most people just sucked for the last week.
You had that attitude. Okay.
Everybody fucking sucked. Deshaun Watson did something good.
Okay.
The quarterback for the Houston Texans. He donated his game check from this week to the cafeteria workers.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
From NRG Stadium.
Good one.
After he heard that they lost everything in Hurricane Harvey. That's my best man alive of the week.
That's cool.
I'm going to go strictly football. We're going to avoid politics completely because seriously, it's just a clusterfuck right
Stay
now.
in your lane. Yeah.
All right, well, stop. Are you guys kneelers or standers? Let's get this out of the way right now.
I'm standing. I'm a kneel stander.
I squat just because I'm trying to burn them cows.
I do a handstand.
I dislocate my left leg and make it kneel while I stand. So it's kind of just dangling there while I stand, but my knee technically is touching the ground.
So you're respecting but protesting.
I think everyone should respect and protest by dislocating kneecaps.
But my worst man alive of the week is Danny Trevathan for that disgusting hit that he laid on Devontae Adams last night.
Yeah, that was pretty brutal.
That was gross.
It wasn't ideal, but also
tell me he didn't do that on purpose. I dare you.
he tried to hit him in the head, but
Yeah, he completely fucking.
but also like he was also getting tackled at the same time down. In fast motion, it's not as bad.
Shut the fuck
In fast
up.
motion, it's not as bad. Sorry, I'm an athlete. I played middle linebacker before.
Fuck
Unlike you.
off,
What have
dude.
you played? What have you played, linebacker?
Yes. He's already said he's not going to appeal this. Look,
You're
it was a
Packer
piece
fan.
of shit
Yeah,
hit.
why would he appeal it? He put a kid in the hospital. Yeah, crazy.
Yeah,
kid in the
the
hospital.
entire reason that I brought this up is that
a
I wanted to
fucking
ask the
kickball.
two of you
This is a kickball.
what you think would happen if this kind of thing continues to happen. Someone is going to die
Someone has died on the football field.
in the NFL.
Yeah, someone's died in the NFL.
Who?
Swear to God,
And was it within the last like 40 years?
probably within the last 40 years. Yeah, but
Let's just presume, God forbid, that someone does this and then the victim dies. What is the repercussion? Like, is it manslaughter?
It's manslaughter.
Because it has intent, like you're trying to hurt the person. It's a weird thing to think about because you see these guys that are you assume are invincible. They're in pads, but then you see shit like this, and every year the guys get bigger, faster, stronger, hit harder. Like, what's going to happen when somebody eventually does suffer a serious injury, and is paralyzed? I know that people have been paralyzed playing football, but to the most extreme, and God forbid somebody dies, but what is the punishment there?
There has to be some policy or something in the contract that states what would happen.
And you wonder because the NFL is so litigious, like they, in their contracts, all these disclaimers that say, like, if you're hurt, you're on your own, fuck you, we can cut you at a moment's notice. It's terrible for the players, but I'm really curious to see what would have happened.
okay, one person's died in the NFL on the field. Chuck Hughes, Detroit Lions wide receiver.
From a hit or just like exhaustion or like heart failure or
That's
what was it?
That's the thing. While playing with the Detroit Lions, he suffered a fatal heart attack during the final minutes
That's
of the
usually
game
what it is, man.
versus the Chicago Bears at Tiger Stadium.
What year?
71.
So not in the last 40 years. Yes,
Okay.
I can do that, man. It's not within the last
Okay.
40 years.
Okay, that's fair.
I saw your
knew
eyes roll
somebody
back
died.
in your head there.
It was close though. It was close.
Look, it doesn't matter. It's a legitimate question.
I think if there's one person that's died in the field and it wasn't because of a hit, then honestly the NFL is getting safer and they're stopping those hits as much as possible.
Well, that's
So,
what makes this so much
I
more.
don't think anyone's going to die because there hasn't ever happened, and they're making the game safer.
Yes, you can say that, but also guys are getting bigger and stronger. As an NFL
The
fan,
old
I
NFL
worry that
players-
this is going to escalate to the point that someone eventually is going to get hurt beyond repair.
I don't think.
No, that's
I don't think
a lot of
that's
guys-
already already happened. The only thing
Michael
you're worried-
Finley, who was the Bears receiver? Totally blanking on his name, but his neck was basically bent backwards.
Ryan Song.
No, that was
Good movie.
the 80s.
it's hard to say because I would think there would be something in
Never
the
happened.
contract that would state if this were to happen, what would take place. But
Yeah.
if there wasn't, it would be.
It's fucked, and
manslaughter.
I
It
don't
would be
wanna-
manslaughter. It
Like
would have to be.
it has to be, right?
This is bad.
It's like if you don't.
this is a
meet-
buzzkill to talk about.
No.
It really
Actually,
is.
I was about to say, what if you're the fucking guy who does kill somebody on the field? Though
Oh
you're
my
the
God.
You're the ultimate. Like, holy shit, that guy actually killed somebody on the field. If you like serve your time and then you Michael Vick back into the league.
No, there's no way you're coming back into the league. If you get charged for manslaughter,
no
chance.
This is where
Anything can happen. Somebody can just get routinely tackled,
the guy
hit their head against the ground, go to the sidelines, and have a fucking brain aneurysm. and
I agree
die.
with that. I
Like,
totally
that
agree
can-
with that.
That can just happen without getting an outrageously intense hit happen to them.
Yeah,
Like,
that can
But
happen.
but what you saw last night was not that. That was intent. That was dirty.
But if you look at it in fast motion, he was going down and
Shut the fuck up, dude. You are
Dude.
no.
Dude.
He was already stopped. Danny Trevathan lowered his
Look at
head,
it.
hit him with the crown of his helmet.
That's the one part that I don't agree with is him hitting him with the crown of the helmet.
You don't agree that he did that, or you
No, I don't agree that he should have. I think that
Okay.
was that's the only part that leads to intent. Because if you look at it from a play's perspective, if he wasn't,
If he wraps him up and hits him with his shoulder,
dude, but
I've got no
it's the
problem with
end-
it.
Yeah, I agree. But he was also getting kind of taken down, and it was a hit that he
Dude,
didn't need to do.
You saw Trevathan lower his helmet, like it's.
But he
not-
was also going down. They probably
So
do
why
it
did he need to
they
lower his
probably-
helmet and hit him?
because he's trying to go down. He initially probably was aiming for his shoulder, but because the other guy was tackling him down, it went and hit him in the head. There's no way he intended to murder the fuck out of Deion. It wasn't like a vicious hit. It
Yeah, it
wasn't-
probably had nothing to do with the fact they were down like 4 touchdowns.
but I don't think he meant to actually.
I think that he did. Agree to disagree, and also you're wrong.
My best man. I'm going to add in, I forgot about Mark Cuban, who lent his personal jet to JJ
How many
Barea.
jets do you think he has, by the way?
I don't know, but
He's probably got like 6.
It's not cheap to just fly a plane out there. A person flying like a jet on gas alone is like expensive. So anyway, shout out to Mark Cuban for letting JJ Barea use his plane to send supplies and stuff to Puerto Rico.
Great. Let's move on to the news for the week. All right, we got one trailer from this week.
Select your player.
It's not for a movie. It's for a video game.
It's the Q4, baby.
Red Dead Redemption 2, which apparently is going to focus on Arthur Morgan 5 years prior to the first Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, amazing.
Arthur was a member of the same gang as John Marston, and this is going to be a prequel. And we got a gameplay trailer. It looks amazing. Look, this is my Red Dead Redemption was my favorite video game ever. I'm so stoked for this.
It's Grand Theft Auto in the wild, wild west.
So much better than Grand Theft Auto, and Grand Theft Auto is great.
Spectacular. One of the best, highest grossing game ever.
Whatever Tuesday this game comes out, I'm going to be sick.
Good. You need to.
I'm sorry.
It's amazing. Sometimes you got to just take the whole day off and just commit.
Yeah. Outside of this, there have been no trailers of note that are worth talking about. There was the movie with Ed Helms and Owen Wilson.
I like Ed Helms and Owen Wilson. I like that. I saw that. I'm
that
like into that one.
Fucking terrible.
I am in on that. Dude, have you seen Vacation? That movie is actually hilarious with Ed Helms.
I don't care.
Have you not seen it, dude?
Bad. Vacation?
The new one.
No, why would I see that?
Oh, dude, there's a part in this movie that actually cracked me up that reminded me of that movie. So we'll get into it later. A
single part. I will watch that 90-minute movie for that one part.
No, there's a bunch of good. There's actually parts that I laughed out loud. That it's actually good.
I can't shit on it because I haven't seen it, but it sounds terrible.
Shit. I can shit on you for not seeing it, though.
Can we move on to the news? Great. So this is the week of Hollywood being out of ideas. It's just news of reboots and retreads left and right. So Sony is going to release a Men in Black spinoff in May of 2019.
No.
Dope.
Not gonna be starring Will Smith.
Smith, though.
Or Tommy Lee Jones.
No. Well, they shouldn't. It would be kind of a kill.
What about the guy that
Who is going to do the song for this?
Who's going to do It's on his lunch break?
Wait, what?
The Men in Black song? Will Smith did rap songs for both of these movies.
There's 3 of them.
The ones that Will Smith was good in.
All 3 of them.
He's on his lunch
break. Like I said.
Here come the Men in Black. From something to remember.
Who sung that Wild Wild West?
Yeah, look, we talk about this all the time about Will Smith, the movies he's in, rapping songs for the outro. Like, he has to do it.
Fresh Prince. He literally sang the fucking intro to that song, too.
All right. Speaking of which, Disney is rebooting Hocus Pocus.
Yes.
Nice.
Sisters!
No one has these original ideas anymore. It's not going to have any of the original stars. Bette Midler's not going to be in it.
Cool. Whatever.
And apparently it's not even a sequel. It's just a reboot.
Oh my God, I'm going to tell Kelly that and she's going to freak out. I'm probably going to get into bed tonight and just like while she's sleeping, go up closely behind her and whisper in her ear, "Hey babe, you up?" "No, what do you want?" "Hocus Pocus, there's going to be a remake."
But it's not going to be Bette Midler.
She'll still freak out. She's being, what's her name? The main one for Halloween this year. No, not Sarah Jessica.
The main one.
Yeah, the one with the red hair.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Bette Midler.
That goes, "Sisters!"
I have a great story costume. Not story. I wish I had a good story. Hopefully I have a good story with it. Dude, Uncharted. I'm going to be fucking Drake the Adventurer.
Nobody's going to have any idea who you are.
Exactly.
By the way.
But I'm just be an adventurer. Get to carry around a whip or something. I don't know.
Moving on to drawn out reboots. Bruce Willis is coming back for another Die Hard movie. I don't know why. A Good Day to Die Hard came out in 2013 and it was terrible. Does he have another tax bill due? Like, what is Bruce Willis doing?
Oh my God! Did you guys see he's doing a remake for Death Wish? Did you ever watch those movies growing up with Bronson?
Yeah, that I'm actually that looks okay.
Oh, actually, I do want to see that movie.
Dude, those movies were so over the top.
That's what I'm talking about.
It takes place in like New York when like these street gangs just take over the whole city, and he's of course the only one. The cops are all corrupt and shit that can do anything about the crime and shit.
I'm into it immediately.
They're all after him. He like does these fucking mediocre tricks and like has shattered glass on his windowsill, and they're like trying to break in and they like step on it. They're like, "Oh,
he Home Alone."
It's like it's Home Alone.
It's kind of Home Alone with an older guy that's more creepy and just
Bruce Willis.
But Bruce Willis can do a good job.
That wants to do tricky mind games.
He's not creepy at all.
Yeah.
So Ruben Fleischer, who directed Zombieland back in 2009,
Zombie World.
Zombieland,
Treated.
is working on a buddy cop comedy starring John Cena and Kumail Nanjiani.
Great. That's going to be awesome.
In 1000.
So he's also supposed to direct this Venom movie for Sony, but this is like that's been delayed. So he's going to do this in the meantime.
Yo,
Who's
Venom-
the second guy you said?
Kumail Nanjiani. You saw
Is that Silicon Valley guy?
yes.
Is that him?
It is.
Yes, from Big Sick.
Big
The Big
Yep.
Sick.
Okay.
That's what I was
Thought
getting.
so.
Yeah, that's
I like
what
that
I was
guy a lot.
for. So yeah, he's going to be in that with John Cena, who apparently is just a comedian now.
He is funny. He was funny.
He's
in that
funny
one.
as fuck.
Yeah, he's the man.
He's making the transition from WWE to comedy movies.
He's making
where
the rock move.
the movie is.
He's moving.
The movie is. Where the money is.
It's where the movie is.
It's where the movie is.
When you're making a film, it's definitely where the movie is. All right, guys.
Last bit of news.
Tee.
Kit Harington and Rose Leslie are engaged. And the only
Ain't
reason
it?
I mention this is that George R. Martin tweeted out that he has, quote unquote, another wedding to plan, like a fucking psychopath.
That's hilarious.
It's hilarious, but also very sadistic.
Yeah, who else can pull that off? Nobody.
I just feel as
Play
though
that card, you got it. That's the best thing ever.
Have you seen George R. Martin as like his younger self?
A younger-
He looks
True.
like Jon Snow, identical.
He looks like Kit, and it's pretty disturbing.
he's such a
casting.
gross human being, though.
He's like,
Everyone thought.
by the way, I am your father.
All right.
We haven't even talked about Smithers' new headphones that he's sporting right now. What kind are those?
I thought we did.
Those
the
look-
wired earbuds.
Those look like earbuds, but they're wired. Are those the new Apple wired earbuds?
You guys haven't heard? These are the new $600 headphones from Apple.
Yeah,
They're the earbuds,
wired?
but they're wired. That's so
They're
convenient.
earbuds, but they have wires, so you can never lose them.
You can literally never lose
You
them.
can attach them to anything you want. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Why would
they
you
have-
want earbuds that are just loosey
It's got a
goosey in your
3.5
ears?
millimeter jack. Like you can plug it into literally anything.
Any auxiliary, and you're set.
You can plug it in a lot more things. Than
Holy
that.
They're only $800.
I thought they were $900. What a
Just-
deal!
Just discounted.
Wow. All right. I think if you put in the code CHUMP, you actually can get those for $1,000.
If you put
send
in
them
the code
directly to
CHUMP,
us.
Steve Jobs rolls out of his grave and slaps you across the face.
Yes. Just put in CHUMP, CHUMPP.
Maybe we should have that for a giveaway.
A
attachable wire.
non-losable cable.
I got a better idea. We'll do the wired.
Non-losable cable.
We'll do wired Apple earbuds, and we'll throw in an earbud DVD. Done. Who doesn't fucking love earbuds?
They also don't get to choose the earbud that we give them, but they get an earbud DVD.
Is it when he played football or basketball?
Who knows?
Or
You know,
soccer?
we'll judge.
Basketball's the best with that clown.
Can we
Pennywise?
move on now?
Get your earbuds. Type in CHUMP now. Peace.
Speaking of America,
Smithers kneeled during the anthem. We do an anthem
Knelt.
before. We do an anthem before every podcast. We don't record it because it'd be weird. But he kneeled.
Knelt. You know what I have respect for? Grammar.
My dad used to slap me when I'm like, "Oh, that would be
He
way
should have hit you
funner."
harder.
Did you just say funner? It's more fun. Take out the belt, just whip the shit out of me.
Thank God.
Oh God!
Dad, no,
It wasn't that much funner.
but it was funner. What?
All right. Our movie review for the week is American Made.
Oh shit, we still got to talk about this.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank the Lord. It's got an 86% on Rotten Tomatoes for now.
That's pretty good.
81% from fans.
Sorry, bitch. What'd you do?
Fucking
I never heard her say.
I like that you called me a bitch like it was my fault.
Bitch Lauren.
What is going on, bitch, Lauren?
Isn't that your sister's name?
Yeah, it is.
Is that what you have in your phone?
No,
Bitch
no, it's just Lauren. No, you said bitch, Lauren.
I'm pretty sure
Lauren,
Siri
tell me
just
the
said,
shirt- this
calling
shirt's
bitch
fantastic.
Lauren.
No, she said which Lauren.
Oh.
All right. Our
I
movie
gotta
review. God damn it. Shut up.
Start without me.
Great. So
I
our
compared
movie
this to
review
Blow.
of the week is American Made, starring Tom Cruise.
TC.
Currently 86% on Rotten Tomatoes, 81% from fans, which usually when we have a divergence, not as good as you might think. Directed by Doug Liman, who directed Swingers, The Bourne Identity, Jumper, Edge of Tomorrow. But that's Edge of Tomorrow is how we met Tom Cruise. And I love that movie. It's one of my all-time favorite sleeper movies.
How we met Tom Cruise? No way. What?
Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow? He was in movies way before that. I'll stop talking.
How the director met Tom Cruise.
Oh. Yeah,
Not
that was-
how you and I
I was like, I met TC way before Edge of Tomorrow.
Jesus
Me and him
Christ,
going back
how
for
hammered are you?
No, we've been boys from way back.
That one movie where he was in the white T-shirt and slid in his socks across the living
Were you
room
playing
floor.
volleyball on the beach and he flew a plane?
Show me. Actually, I was a Jerry Maguire guy. I didn't see either of those movies.
You've never seen Top Gun.
No.
You've never seen Top Gun.
No.
I'm going to repeat
Goose.
this again. You've never seen Top Gun.
That's 3 times. Yeah, freaking
Get
no,
the
man.
fuck out of here.
No.
Great. So you have no credence whatsoever. No wonder you were telling me you love this movie because you have no taste.
credence.
No. Well, actually, I was gonna say he's like the alternate universe
Great. Moving on.
From fucking Top Gun. He's like,
How would you know? You never saw the original.
I saw previews for it or whatever.
Right. No, you didn't because you were not alive.
But I've seen like a preview or it's been on TV or I've seen like
Shut
Top
up.
Gun and it's like not interest me.
So this movie's aiming for a $15 million opening weekend in the U.S. With a $50 million budget. It opened apparently worldwide like 3 weeks ago, which kind of sucks. The $50 million budget seems like it all went to Tom Cruise just to pay him to be in this fucking movie.
They had some great camera shots though.
I don't know. Sarah Wright is pretty freaking smoking in this movie. And
Well,
I'd give her a large chunk of that cash.
Speaking of which, we've got Tom Cruise as Barry Seal,
TC.
this commercial airline pilot who is the best at everything ever because he's Tom Cruise.
He played a great pilot.
Sure.
Just the coolest cat ever.
He was smooth. It was great.
Sarah Wright, as you mentioned, is his wife, who is way, way younger than Tom Cruise and
Couldn't
way
tell the
hotter than
movie.
Tom Cruise. You would recognize her as Millicent Gergich from Parks and Rec,
True.
Jerry's daughter.
Yeah.
You've also got Donald Gleason as Monty Schaefer, the CIA agent. You might recognize him from either Ex Machina, which was one of my favorite movies of 2015,
Boo.
or that one episode of Black Mirror where he dies.
That's where he's from. Oh,
I
my
knew you were going to say
God.
that. I knew you were going to say
I
that.
actually am not even placating to the people. This is amazing. I was like, where the fuck did I see that guy from? Black Mirror. Hell yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my
He
god.
was also great in Ex Machina, which you should definitely see.
And I saw it. I
I
was
have
like,
not
boo.
seen that. That's on my list.
I booed
you,
you.
you didn't
I booed
understand
you.
it then. I got it. Let's just get into it. I don't think there's a ton to say about this. If you've seen the
I
trailer,
loved it.
you know what it is. Like, you know what the plot is. I don't need to explain this. Tom Cruise is an airline pilot who ends up smuggling things for
So
both
I'll
sides
go
of
right into it.
everything. I just, it's fine.
I loved it. I thought it was great.
Great. This, for me, 6.5 out of 10.
Wow. Mark,
It's the most fine movie of the year.
dumb. Go ahead.
I'm gonna give it a 7.5. I liked it. It kept me interested, and I at no point was just my eyes were wandering or anything. Like I was interested the whole time in the movie. The one thing I feel like the score could have been way better for this type of movie.
Way better.
Way better. And I don't really usually care about the score in movies.
What's the score? The fucking soundtrack?
The music.
The soundtrack, yeah, the
Okay.
music. That's one thing I think they could have capitalized with this type of movie with drugs and money and
Especially
drug
being
lords and
set
all
in the
that shit.
70s and 80s.
yeah,
What I thought,
play some
the score was
Creedence Clearwater Revival or something.
regarding the score, it just seemed like I was bobbing my head for a few songs. It wasn't. I agree they didn't have a spectacular soundtrack.
Name one song that you
I
recognize.
don't recognize any of the songs, but I still was tapping my foot. I mean, they probably could have gone and done with a better soundtrack.
Literally anything else.
But I wasn't like annoyed by it though. There could have been.
I wasn't annoyed by it. I just think
Yeah,
they could have made
they
the
could-
movie
they-
way better with some music that actually was a little more upbeat and like got you a little more
Yeah,
hyped. Because
I
these
think
scenes a lot of the scenes were pretty intense and kept you on the edge of your seat. Like the whole plane scene where he didn't know if he was going to be able to take off on that runway. And
Yeah.
I'm going to stop spoiling the movie, but there were scenes in this movie.
That's not even a spoiler though. Like, seeing the trailer, that like he's gonna pull it off, and that's part of the reason why I didn't like it very much.
I don't know. I'll go into it. 8.5 is my initial review of it. I loved there was a lot of subtle humor in it that I caught up on. They have a lot of like the outside of the picture, outside of what the camera's capturing, kind of shout outs, which I thought was always funny. I'm getting like the what's that movie? The Not Another Teen movie where like the guy Marty gets cut in half by the football kid, and the guy's like, "Walk it off, Marty." Like a lot of the off-screen talking was quietly on humor or on point with the humor. I was also just on the edge of my seat the whole time too. I thought it was a good story overall, and it captured me the entire time. And I wasn't ever looking for this clock. Like, when is this going to end?
That's exactly what I found myself doing, is just like looking at like, oh, how
8.5. Let's get into spoilers immediately. Okay. You don't have anything to say about it?
I have a couple of things to say before we spoil it. I thought that the way that it was shot was, there's so many shots that are brilliantly done. Like the plane taking off the short runway that you mentioned, that was shot brilliantly. And there's also a complete 360 shot over his plane
in the sunset of like the Caribbean. Like,
it was gorgeous.
Yeah, they did a lot of those. I thought that was fantastic.
But outside of that, it's guys with a camera on their shoulder, and it's shaky cam, and it drove me nuts. Like, it's completely unnecessary.
I didn't notice it.
I did.
I thought it put me more in the moment of what was going on.
What'd you think of the quick like split shots where, for example, the sex scene shot that was like 5 seconds long?
The whole wasn't thing even, jumped like around. As far as timeline goes, the whole thing jumped around completely the entire time.
Dude, the split shots, I think if we're talking about the same thing, where like the Contra, they go and get flown over to the United States or whatever, and they're all like just shooting guns, reading Hustlers, like eating pizza. And then they just like shortcut to the fattest guy there. Yeah. It's just like eating, just like with his gut sticking out as far as possible, like eating pizza. Like that was, there were some humorous moments in this movie.
Definitely. And that's part of the problem that I had with it, right? Is like this.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Was this a drama, or was it a comedy, or was it a thriller? Because it was definitely shot as a comedy.
I think it was all three of those. I thought it was supposed to be shot as like an intense thing, and they had some subtle comedy in there.
No, it was definitely straight comedy.
It wasn't straight comedy. It wasn't like Will Ferrell goofy.
At no point was I on the edge of my seat wondering what happened to this guy. Like I just didn't feel that.
I didn't know, and I was on the edge of my seat when he was flying in low. When he was flying in low, capturing all those pictures of like these compounds, I was like, my man is going.
See, that was another thing that I think it was over dramatized. Look, if he's getting shot at and his engine's going out on his plane, I didn't buy it.
I fly planes in that freaking Battlefield 1 game.
Oh, that's definitely the same
realistic, but that's like you can get low and come back up. Like that's what I related to it. I was like, this guy's fucking bold though.
The last thing I will say about this, then we can get into spoilers. I think that at this point, Tom Cruise is actually more of a distraction from the actual plot of the movie than he is anything else. I'm sick and tired of him being this Mary Sue where he's the best at everything.
No, dude.
He's super handsome and nobody can touch him, and he's got a super hot wife. Like I'm sick of it.
Dude, fuck that. TC played the pilot perfectly.
Fuck that.
Also, how many times did we, Mark, you and I were like, oh, no, here's crazy Tom. He gives like a crazy fucking creepy laugh. Like you can tell he is like on the border of losing it.
Yeah, except in reality, he's going home and fucking praising Xenu, and
yeah, in reality,
his wife left him.
That's what makes it better though. Was we know Tom Cruise is crazy, and then
he's got that weird middle tooth.
Seeing the crazy laugh was like, oh, classic TC. You know, he's going off the rails here.
I don't buy it.
You don't buy Tom Cruise being crazy.
I don't buy Tom Cruise in this role.
He is a pilot. The first thing I thought of was like his number one role that he's ever played was that Top Gun movie. I was like, oh, he plays a perfect...
The one you haven't seen?
I was like, oh, he must play a perfect 80s pilot if he's recast in this as this guy, you know? That's what...
I'm glad that you can base this on a movie you haven't fucking seen.
I've seen previews and some shit about it, so...
You've never seen a preview for Top Gun.
Goose, whatever, fuck off.
Great, so at this point, we're going to spoil it. Not that there's anything to spoil. If you've seen the trailer, you know exactly what this movie is. I will say that it feels like it was poorly edited and cut. There were a lot of skipping around. The beginning it just progresses very quickly. And not that that's a bad thing, but you don't get any character setup. It's fine. It's the epitome of that's fine.
If you like TC, aka Tom Cruise, you will enjoy this movie because it's classic Tom Cruise. He literally takes his hot, super underage compared to him wife and flies a plane and fucks her 10,000 feet in the air and then like just nosedive.
Classic TC, classic.
Like, who would do that besides Tom Cruise? That's hilarious.
Literally any other movie star.
Nope. Have you ever seen it done in the air like that?
Have I personally seen it? No, I'm sorry, I have not.
In film?
Have you?
Yeah,
have you personally seen Tom Cruise do that?
Yeah, I did. You saw it too.
See,
you saw this movie, right? You personally saw him do it.
I feel like I need to explain to you
That's
the difference between movies and real life.
No, that's on camera.
Oh, never mind. Praise Xenu.
I like Pablo Escobar's role in this. It's not like him in his prime. It's him with his crew. It kind of gets him. And I like how Tom Cruise talks to these people.
It's him evolving into the full-fledged Pablo Escobar.
Exactly.
Can we get some fucking subtitles in this, though?
I liked that you didn't know what he was fucking saying.
What?
I don't need to know.
You liked not knowing what was happening.
I knew based off of his reaction of what he was.
No,
on
you
his
fucking
mannerisms
didn't.
and nonverbals. Yeah, that's good acting, Ryan.
Oh my god.
You fucking emotionalist.
You don't know
loser.
what pendejo means?
Yeah.
God damn it.
I know exactly what that means. What I didn't know was what the fuck the rest of them were saying.
The guy
Irrelevant.
needed to
it
use
wasn't
a bath.
relevant. You didn't even need it. You didn't use context clues.
What do you think of
dummy.
the CIA agent?
Donald Gleason. He probably played the best part.
Really?
I thought he was fine.
I thought he was one of the worst parts
Same.
of the movie.
See, Smith, you're a dillweed.
He seemed like a super wiener at first, and then he tried to play it off like he was this badass CIA agent.
And then he was like,
which you
dancing on this. He was like dancing on all the drugs and shit. Like, no.
At least he kept the same accent throughout the movie, which Tom Cruise didn't do.
I don't think Tom Cruise did do that. I did notice that he didn't, which is even better about TC. You crazy psycho. Sometimes I talk a little weird. You know,
his bad accent was what drew you into
that's
Tom
a TC
Cruise.
move. Like fucking, I can talk about whatever I want. You
Oh
know,
my god.
you're dumb, Smith. You're dumb.
I'm the dumb one. I'm definitely the dumb one here.
Clearly,
I'm waiting for you to defend this piece of shit.
dude. The money. First of all, the money bomb was actually tight. In the car with the gremlin, JB driving off.
My favorite part is when he's in the bathroom after JB gets blown up in the car, and the guy's one of his what's the group he's at, or the white snowbirds or whatever he calls
Snowbirds.
them.
Snowbirds.
The guy in
pilot.
his pilot group is knocking on the bathroom door. He's like, "How do you know JB's not going to open his mouth? How do you know he's not going to say anything? He won't say anything." And then just a silent pause, like.
After
he realized
100%
he was murdered.
Fucking sure.
Yeah.
No, it was after,
that was funny.
It was after 4 brutal, like fucking. Oh my god, dude, there's no way. And then like it was super silent, and he was like,
and he realized he was probably murdered by the cartel.
All right, no, all right, I believe you. I'm going to believe you on this one, Top, or whatever his name is, Paul. The cartel party was amazing. Streaking, and then they like transitioned to like the bull ring where there's a wild bull in there, and they throw like 100 clips of money, rolls of money in there. Like you run in there and you can grab as much money as you want, but there's just a fucking bull in there. That's hilarious. That's some Joker shit right there. I thought the whole thing like about the cartel and having like him playing both sides of the fence was cool, and the fact that he got away with it all was even better. I thought that was like classic Tom Cruise. You know,
how'd you like the ending?
It could have ended where
Smithers is just like, let's wrap this up right now.
If it would have ended with him just like in that white face mode after he gets shot in the head, I'd have been fine with it. But it's like,
you mean when he crashes the plane, there's just cocaine all over his face?
That was a funny scene.
That was one of the funniest scenes in the movie.
There's a lot of good stuff to this. Quietly.
Look, like I said, it was a comedy.
And Bricketto leaned over to me as he was just like, "Is that cocaine?"
Yeah,
like, sure. No, it's fucking powder that just flew out of the mailbox.
First thing I thought of was airbag puff. You know,
powder.
That's actually not a bad thought, but.
Are there airbags in planes?
I don't know.
I'm assuming you probably might as well.
Yeah, I'm assuming they think if you crash the plane, you're most likely going to die. So what's the point of it?
Actually, probably not though. Like,
not if you watch that preview for the Idris Elba movie.
Duh, you ignorant bitch.
Or Denzel as a pilot in the pilot movie that he piloted and played a pilot in.
Are you talking about Fly?
I think
Is that what it's
a
called?
lot of what I've seen online compares Barry Seal, the character in this movie, to Wolf of Wall Street, Leo DiCaprio.
The Rise and Fall. Yeah, that's what I thought of that too.
It's pretty apt. I don't like Tom Cruise as much as I like Leo in that movie. I don't know why.
Just say it. You fucking hate Tom Cruise.
You hate Tom Cruise.
No, dude, I saw The Mummy. I loved Edge of Tomorrow. I love him in most things, but he was a distraction in this movie. I'm tired of seeing him play. What I want is
who would have been better? Who would have been better in that role?
Okay, we'll get to that.
Will we?
What I would have liked.
James Franco.
Hell yeah.
You know what I like Tom Cruise in? Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
He was amazing in that movie.
He was.
That is what Tom Cruise should. You're almost 60. 60. You're not a fucking action star anymore.
Yes, he is. He's banging girls 10,000 feet in the air, dude. Finish your dumb thought, and then we'll go into who you thought should have played TC's role.
Sarah Wright is a smoke show, dude. She's 34. I mean, she's not that young. She looks younger than she is.
Compared to him, he's almost 60.
34. I mean, he was only 38 when she was born.
Exactly. Look, I don't. If I had to put my finger on what I don't really like about this, I'd say it's that they already strayed from the source material. If you're going to do that, you got to go like way beyond the source material. Like make it
possible,
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like just go for the fucking shoot for the stars.
I think the fact that they kept it realistic made me like it even more, though.
And look, there were things that I liked about it. I liked the way that they depicted the sheer amount of money that he was making. That was hilarious. Pretty amazing.
Well done.
The way that they, it was very intelligent. The way that he was flying through the oil fields in the Gulf of Mexico, masking his plane from the radar as the helicopters were flying through. Like, because you saw that, like, mission control. They call it like it's the shell helicopters.
Yeah, that's the part that I didn't.
You can't pick them out of the radar. That was really bright.
Part. I didn't like that part of the movie.
Why?
We are fully contradicting each other on this movie.
How do you not like that? You mean the one intelligent actual thing they got right you don't enjoy?
When you looked at the fucking radar, you could tell that it still was like they had two different numbers for like their planes. Like that guy just has
so
no
you didn't
awareness.
See the scene where they were literally taping over the numbers on their planes?
No, I did.
So
wow, okay, that's fine.
Great.
Chalk one for you to make it even better than I thought it was. Okay, cool. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Now it's a 9. It was 8, now it's a 9.
This is a 6 at best. I don't have anything else to say about this. I do.
You just said it was a 6 at best, but you gave it a 6.5.
Yep.
Oh, idiot.
This argument that I'm having with Brick is making it worse.
No, you're just dumb and you said 6 at best and you already rated it 6.5. It's actually.
But you're making it worse.
No.
The more you argue, now it's a 5.5.
Well, I don't care what you have to say. You are dumb.
I can just cut your review.
Dumb.
It's fine.
You were a dumb person.
You is dumb idiot. That's pretty good.
Are you done talking about this?
That's a pretty good joke.
Does anybody have anything else to say about this?
I did. I wanted you to say, then you.
Wow, sounds great.
I guess I got nothing to say.
Hey, this is kind of fun. Rotten Tomatoes. If you click on the actors, they tell you what was the highest rated movie they have and the lowest rated. It'd be like a fun game, like a guessing game. What do you think Tom Cruise's highest?
Look up Jake Gyllenhaal.
Okay, I like that.
Okay, no, we can do Tom Cruise. I bet his lowest rated movie was The Mummy.
Nope, it was Cocktail.
Oh.
I don't know what that is. 1988.
What?
He shot that. 5%.
That's a great movie.
5%. What was it?
5% Rotten Tomatoes. Listen to Smith on his review of this movie.
Cocktail he's a bartender, but he's like a fucking flashy bartender. Like, you ever been to Vegas and you see the guys that are like flipping bottles and...
Yes, we know what you're talking about.
That's Cocktail.
What do you think his highest rated movie is? I already talked about this.
Edge of Tomorrow.
No.
Jerry Maguire.
Risky Business.
Risky Business.
I mentioned.
Wow.
You did.
All right, who do
Those
you
are
want me to
within
look up?
like 3 years of each other.
You said Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal. What do you think his highest rated movie was?
I mean, Darko.
No.
Or what was the boxing movie he was in?
Southpaw.
That was that good? I didn't see it.
No, I heard
Jake
it was
Gyllenhaal.
All right. I'm gonna go with
Nightcrawler.
I'm gonna go with Nightcrawler.
It was Donnie
It was like a
Darko.
98.
Donnie Darko got 100%.
That's way over.
What did Nightcrawler get? 91 or 98?
Honestly, I probably would have said Brokeback Mountain.
I haven't thought of that too, though.
Brokeback probably got high ratings.
Great. Are we done with this?
Yeah, no, yeah.
I'm going to close this out in saying that I did a little bit of research, not like in-depth research, but basically the differences between the movie and the actual story of Barry Seal. All in all, fairly accurate, actually. But there's some good articles on Slate and a few other websites. You can obviously just Google it. But in real life, Barry Seal actually spent 9 months in a Colombian prison. So you see him like one night and then Schaefer bails him out. That's not the case.
Lost a tooth? No, like he could have definitely seen some things. 9 months is so long.
Well, they put him in prison because they caught him with 40 kilos of blow. Obviously, he's in prison for more than a night. But also, that's how he met Ochoa's business partner. So that's how we got into the Medellin cartel. That just kind of makes sense. Also, in real life, Barry Seal was a super fat, ugly dude. He's not Tom Cruise.
Yeah, he's
just a fat piece of
ugly
shit. Seal's bank records also show that he was making a daily bank deposit of $50,000 at the height of his career.
Yeah. When was this? In the 80s?
It would have been early 80s.
Wow. Yeah.
Which is just fucking insane. Like that's... And this was 1980 money is like $100,000 daily today.
He was making cash deposits?
Yes, he was.
He owned a town.
How do you think you're going to get away with that?
When did a CTR take?
In there.
When was the policy of the CTR put in place for cash deposits? You know that, right? If you put a cash deposit over $10,000, you get a report written, a cash transaction report written, basically sent to the IRS immediately.
I would guess that was in the 96 Act.
I was actually thinking about that. How did he get away with just making those type of deposits? Because he was depositing a shit ton of money.
Even if you get away with it, there's such a paper trail.
They opened a whole vault. They moved the whole vault, their main vault, to just put his money in.
Yeah, because he owned all the banks.
Was that true?
That's what you. That's
you
what
see anything like that.
It seemed to show. Like
I don't know if that was a real thing.
They had his name on like one of the banks, and they had like the guy, the FBI officer that came into town, like looked at all the banks like on the one street in a small town. So it's just like
that was also a movie. Like, I don't know if that really happened. So what actually got Barry Seal arrested was him trying to smuggle 200,000 Quaaludes into Florida
To Leonardo DiCaprio.
What if this
I just assume he was going to Bill Cosby's house.
I do like this being a prequel to Wolf of Wall Street. That'd be pretty dope.
It makes sense, but also he was sentenced to 10 years for this. He had his sentence reduced to 6 months of probation, which is the most fucking absurd thing I've ever heard.
What did they do in the movie? 10,000 community hours.
It was
of service?
it was 1,000 community service hours, but it was basically because of his connections to the CIA and DEA.
Yeah, but how scary was it him having to know that his pictures were on the news and the cartel was like after him? So he was spent what, over 40 days? Like, all right, back up from my car. Thanks for staying away from my car.
Which was kind of funny. Yeah.
Government for sure knew they were just going to leak those photos and just take care of them that way.
Fuck yeah.
They're just going to let the cartel take care of it.
That's how you tie up loose ends.
Because they were back and forth he was back and forth the whole time.
They had to get rid of him. They couldn't have him fucking getting away with all this.
No way. So last thing I'll mention is that Barry's actual wife in real life, his last wife, he had 3 of them,
is a smoke.
Sued Universal Pictures, claiming that they didn't have the legal rights to the story of Barry's life. So obviously Universal didn't give a shit about this, and they made a movie anyways. She claims they defamed his character. Based on what I've read, it was pretty close to true.
Yeah. So was she the wife that got banged 10,000 feet in the air? She's like, all right, that didn't happen.
She was the second wife complaining. That was the first wife in the movie.
No,
she was just a little salty.
She was just a fat piece of shit.
So she was
allegedly.
Yeah.
She wasn't that wife that was pictured in the movie.
That's unfortunate.
She was
no one was that wife pictured in the movie because Barry Seal was a disgusting man.
So that fat frick didn't just like bang his wife while he was flying?
No,
that didn't happen?
I really hate to break your heart, but that did not happen.
Come on, babe. Just like crawl onto this small...
Oh, there it is. It's been hiding, babe.
Hang on. It's not in there yet. That's how it happened. They're like, it's not in there yet. All right, let me do a deep dive here. He just like has to do it to get it.
Actually, your accent there was more consistent than Tom Cruise's.
That's right.
That's all I have to say about this movie.
La-di-da.
Sucked. Recommendations?
Cuphead. Get Cuphead. $20. Best adventure game. You'll platform. You'll play all year.
Do you want to bother explaining what Cuphead is?
It is a 2D platformer, couch co-op.
Don't ever say couch co-op ever again.
And all the artwork was handmade, so it's pretty well designed. It's been years in the making. Check it out. $20. Super worth it.
I'm going to recommend using the download feature on the Netflix app before you get on an airplane, because that is the most clutch thing of all fucking time. It allowed me to download 6 episodes of Master of None and watch them without having to buy fucking Wi-Fi or do anything like that.
That's clutch.
It was the most clutch thing I've ever experienced.
Hulu, take notes. I got a few things. I promise I'm going to read Batman Metal all the way through.
Okay.
It sounds fucking terrible. I'm going to do it whether it's good or not.
Can I cut in real quick?
Please and thank you.
Like you mentioned this already, there are so many fucking tie-ins to Batman Metal. I go to the comic book store this week and get my pull box, and it's literally 15 comics. Ugh. And half of them are Batman Metal. There's like a Suicide Squad tie-in. There's a Nightwing tie-in. There's a Teen Titans tie-in. And of course, they want me to buy them, so they throw them in my box, and I'm just like, oh, fine, whatever, I'll buy it. But the actual...
So you spent $100 instead of $10.
I spent like fucking $40 on comic books when I left the store.
Ridiculous.
Hilarious.
The actual Batman Metal books are pretty sweet to fucking look at, though. They're all like holographic and stuff. Super nerdy. Love it.
We'll see. I'll read them, I promise. I'm just...
it's not a bad story.
So fucking apprehensive.
It's not... Everyone... Honestly, go into any comic book store and ask the owner what he thinks about Batman Metal, I guarantee you he would say the same thing. I was super apprehensive at first, but it's not a bad story.
He's also trying to sell you comic books, but
Well, of course.
all right. My other recommendation is Big Mouth, the new cartoon on Netflix from Nick Kroll, starring John Mulaney, Nick Kroll, and Jenny Slate. It's basically a coming of age. These kids are going through puberty. It's a Netflix cartoon. It's super fucked up. I haven't seen more than a preview yet, but I think it's going to be really funny. And the other thing I've been listening to is Lil Dicky. He put out some new songs like 2 weeks ago.
You like Lil Dicky?
I like Lil Dicky.
I noticed he was one of the 5 people you subscribe to on your YouTube channel. So
He's
Little
funny.
Dicky.
on our on the Chumpcast YouTube channel.
Next week is Blade Runner 2049. Have either of you even seen the original Blade Runner?
No, I have not. And honestly,
The one with fucking Harrison Ford?
Yes.
Nope.
I'm not looking forward to this movie.
You guys need to watch.
I'll watch it, I promise. I rewatched the fucking...
It's on Netflix.
I
Watch
rewatched
the
the first
original.
Alien before we saw Alien.
Blade Runner. Is that what it's about?
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Nice.
Get your
How'd you
page
know?
and get run in.
Dirk and Bell. Now.
I got nothing left. Jesus Christ. You both wore me out.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
You wore me. Oh, that is rich.
Can we end this now?
Please.
That's what she said.
Double it down.
Double whammy.
Yeah, that's what she said.
All right. On that note, guys,
Double whammy.
I'm just going to speak over Brick. Brick, just keep fucking doing the dildo jerk off things with your hand.
apologize.
That's pretty hilarious.
Bad radio.
Bad radio, but no, this was a fun episode. I'm looking Smithers in the eyes right now, and he can't even look at me.
Are you really going to fucking do this right now?
This is a coward.
Anyways, thanks for listening, guys. Chumps out. Mother.